Hey, good morning, everyone. Morning warm up. Today, I want to talk about discouragement. How many of you have gotten discouraged, right? I know I have. I know all of us hit discouragement. The question is, do we stay and do we live in that area, or do we have a strategy to get out of it? So, I'm going to give you three things I want you to think about the next time you get discouraged, right? When you're feeling down, when you're just feeling like you're feeling helpless, and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is useless, this is futile, right? So here's a couple things. So the first one is this. I want you to think and maybe journal on this. Where did you learn that response, right? Was that modeled for you? So if I go back to my childhood and I think about, my parents, what did they model for me? And they didn't necessarily model discouragement. I mean, did we have tough times when we were growing up? Sure. Did they work through it? Yeah. But what did they role model? They role modeled, hey, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get out there, right? Get out there. And don't live in that world of despair. Don't live in that world of victimhood, right? We get discouraged. We go into a low energy state, typically a low negative energy state. And it's sometimes people don't get out of it and they just dwell in that area. So I want you to think about, was there somebody who you learned that from, who was a role model that said, hey, when things get tough, you just give up, right? Versus being a role model that says, no, when things get tough, we fight right back, right? We get back in there. So think about where you might have learned that discouragement trait, if you will, and think about it. Take a deep dive on that. Number two, if you get discouraged, you have to find time to be conscious in the moment and do a reset. And when you reset, what I want you to do is I want you to adopt the learning mindset, the growth mindset, to say, hey, you know what? This didn't go the way I wanted it to, but guess what? I'm going to get back up and I'm going to try again. I'm going to do it a little bit differently and I'm going to learn from my experience and I'm going to be okay. And release the feeling, right? Release the feeling. Learn how to detach from that emotion of discouragement. I love it. Somebody said the other day, hey, when you fall, don't break, bounce. And that's kind of what we're talking about. Do a reset. And the last one, the third one is this. What are you role modeling? So here's the thing. You have a reference group. You have a circle of influence. You may be a parent. When you are living in that state of victimhood and discouragement, what are you teaching the people who are watching you? Because just as you learn from somebody, they're learning from somebody. And what are you role modeling? We do not need to keep teaching kids to not have coping skills. We need to stop. And what we need to do is we need to say, hey, you know what? I am a role model. And because I'm a role model, I'm going to adopt a learning mindset, a growth mindset, and I'm not going to keep perpetuating this, lack of coping skills in our society. So think about that. Go to what we call the mentor mindset and say, wait a second, I am a role model. And what am I showing other people around me that are watching me? How am I dealing with discouragement? So those are three areas that you might want to think about when you get discouraged, because we all do. All right. So again, what did we talk about? Where did you learn it from? That's a big one. Number two, release the emotion and do a reset. And number three, adopt the mentor mindset. All right, everybody. Hey, make it a great day. Be awesome. Help somebody.